Hi everybody, it's Simon Mason. We're back with Spoken English A2, second semester. Okay, this is just a quick video to go through some of the things we're going to be doing. So let's jump straight into it. Have a look at the course outline. It's going to be Monday, as you know, first period Monday, Zoom. We're going to try and use more of Zoom from the beginning. Okay, so we'll talk a bit about that later on. So roughly going through the course outline, why English is important to you. Will it be part of your job in the future? Hopefully. Okay, so it's all about trying to get functional or useful English so you can use it to increase your employment opportunities. That's probably the biggest benefit. Okay, so we will hope to improve on the first semester, which is pretty good. Okay, so we want to keep going. Did you use English in the summer? Maybe yes, maybe no. So it hasn't been so long, maybe 7-8 weeks. So you should be able to jump straight back into it. Speaking, of course, is the main point of this course. So starting Zoom from the first class probably is the best way. So let's have a look at the university outline. So this is my outline here. I'll put a copy of this on our YouTube channel so you can read it again. So here is the breakdown from the university. This course will help students build confidence in speaking English. Now it's time to skill up and communicate with your friends and people around the world. We will study real English for real situations, okay? So restaurants, shops, travel, parties, etc. We can develop our ideas and build relationships by increasing opportunities to use new phrases, new vocabulary. Okay, so what I like to do is focus on a particular grammar point or set of vocabulary words, and then we use them in our speaking activities. So week to week we try and have a new topic each time. As you know, as we've used before, we have my website, which has a link to our YouTube channel. We're going to be using the Kyoai email, which is on the Gmail. All right, some students have trouble telling the difference between a Gmail and the c.kyoai.ac.jp, which is also like a Gmail. Okay, you can't use a regular Gmail, it must be Kyoai, so just remember that. All right, the classroom will automatically sign up. Hopefully we can use that, but it's not 100% needed like Moodle. So Moodle is going to be the #1 place to check out homework and so on. Also Google Drive, as you see down here, we got Google Drive. That's where we're going to be dropping the work, where you're going to be picking up forms and anything for submission is going to be there. Again, you need the Kyoai email. All right, so let's move on. You obviously know this book. There it is. This book is going to be from, I think, Unit 5. We're going to jump into 5 when we come back. And you're going to be using that. And also there's an online book. You should have a paper copy. And also we have the resources on the internet as well. So there's a lot of stuff we can do if we're not using Zoom. Okay, so there's classroom. Let's have a quick look at some of the grading. A midterm. I think we did a midterm last time. I think it's good to do a little midterm test. Will there be a paper test on the units? I think that might be a good idea to have a little paper test and also speech test as well. But the main one will be in the final semester, which I put 50% points. All right, which again, a pair conversation, which we had before. I think it's useful. Hopefully this time we won't have the paper test only. For some people, they came into Kyoai to do a paper test. That's okay, but we're going to find out if we can get everybody onto Zoom, because speaking is better than doing the final paper test. But I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. So we have to take week by week. We see how many people sign up to the Zoom way. But I'll let you know when the university tell us how the grading will be for the final. So you have to wait a little bit. But it's not going to be different too much from the first semester, so you can expect similar. Okay. Also Zoom, I think, if you can, it's going to be better for you if you can. All right. So homework types. The first semester had online submissions using the Volcaroo thing, which is where you have the URL, as you can see here. I think that is very useful. I think even if I was in a regular classroom, I would still use this because it's kind of like a vocal essay. Okay, it's an essay, but it's using your voice, which again increases the speaking, even though you're not maybe face to face or on Zoom. You can still speak to submit work. So I think I'm going to keep that, and we're going to continue with that. Maybe not so many because we'll start Zoom from the beginning, but we should use it. I think so. Also, the online textbook work, doing activities from Unit 5 onwards. Okay, and also you're going to have your paper textbook, and we're going to be looking at that during the class as well, and maybe doing some exercises from that for homework. So that's all similar stuff. Here's just a screenshot of Zoom, and sometimes if I don't test your results from a textbook answer like here in online, I might ask you a question from the textbook where you have to know the answer. So if you don't do the homework, you won't know any of the answers. So I could ask you at any time on Zoom, what do you think the answer is to the homework? Okay, so just because there isn't a way to submit doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, because doing the homework means that you can give me the answer and look smart when you do it. Okay, so be aware of that. Going down to assessment. Now, hopefully, the big cutoff here is pass grade or higher grade. All right. I don't want anybody to fail. Normally, failing is to do with attendance and maybe things like doing not the TOEIC work, but doing the self-study and those kind of things, where the university tell me to downgrade some people if they haven't done it. So we don't want to do that. We want to be pass grade or higher. Okay. And also I can give a super grade to some maybe 1 or 2 students can get a super grade. Okay. And if you get a super grade, that's good for your record. I can only give 1 or 2 per class. So see if you can get a super grade. All right, let's summarize. Attendance is always important. Okay. Some people fail on attendance only. That's the biggest failure. Okay, so attending is number 1 to do that. How did you use English? Was it interesting, creative? Sozo, yeah, good ideas. Putting it together in projects. Okay, and hopefully I can record some of these as well. So there'll be a copy of your good performance. Team working is still possible with Zoom. You can arrange meetings outside of the class on Zoom. If you don't know how to do that, we can talk about that again. Midterm, hopefully. Final test, definitely. And did you improve? What's my opinion of you from the first to the last class? All right. Confidence is the outcome. That's the number 1 thing, is that you're using your English. What's the number 1 way to get confidence? And it's obvious, it's practice. Okay, practice. The more you do it, the easier it is. That's true for everything. So that's how we're probably going to break down some of the grades. All right, and let's have a look at the topics. So it's going to be fairly general topics. We got technology, famous people, presentations, storytelling, speech patterns, work and advice. Maybe we might do something on job interviewing. That's possible. I'm not sure we've done that yet. I might do something on that. Regular topics, as you can see, they're quite easy. Most important thing per class is we're going to focus on a grammar point. So this is roughly, this is roughly what we're going to be doing. So for example, after the first lesson where I'm going to get you to do a little report on your summer vacation, and I'll give my report as well. Looking at passive tense, looking at modals, conditionals. Number 4, we're going to go through all 3 conditionals during the course. So first conditional, second conditional, reported speech, different forms of ing and to. These may be simple, but actually it's easy to make very basic mistakes in speech. Okay, so we're going to try and correct some basic speech patterns. All right, midterm and paper test. Third conditional. Okay, qualifiers and phrasal verbs, relative clauses. All these, of course, are in the textbook. Okay, nothing. We're not going to do anything outside of the textbook grammar, so everything should be there. Tag questions, very important. When we go on to this would definitely be in the final test. I can guarantee tag questions will be in the final test, and that I'm going to explain that obviously later, maybe November, December time. Past perfect, simple. Again, this is higher level grammar. You can do exercises in the textbook. That's easier, okay? But it doesn't mean you're using it in a speech, okay? So remember that using it in a speech really makes you sound superior in your English, all right? So yeah, we do some textbook exercises, but using it in a speech is the number 1 goal. And then speech practice, and then hopefully a speech test. And it says here written test, so we'll see if we can get everybody to do the speech test, okay? But if we can't, we might split again, same as first semester, splitting it up. All right, so we'll see what happens with the final speech test. All right, so as you can see, we've got the online there, we've got my YouTube channel. Okay, here's the YouTube channel. I'm going to leave the videos on from the first semester and just keep adding them. I'm not going to divide it into first and second semester. I'm going to keep it on there. Okay, so we're going to add more videos when we need them. Maybe this video I put on there as well. Okay, of course we've got the Volcaroo, adding that in there. You know how to do that on your mobile phones. The recordings are quite high. They're good level. Okay, so we've got that. And also we've got our Gmail dropping in if we want to drop in some writing. We got those bad teenage letters there we did first semester. Okay, so that's really going to be our second semester spoken English 2. Okay, so we're going to see you but oh yeah, don't forget Moodle itself. I forgot Moodle. So this is what it's going to look like. As you can see, it's empty at the moment, and we're going to fill up with lots of information there. Let's just check the first semester. As you can see, all of this stuff. Okay, it went on and on and on. We're going to be filling those up as before, so make sure you check those. Most of the stuff is going to be there, and there's quite a lot of stuff. I'll probably put this video there as well. So that's first semester, and then the second semester will be full up week by week, and that's it. Okay, so I shall see you later, and that's the review for this first lesson.